Hey everybody, I'm outside today just filming a bunch of videos to put up throughout the week, and I wanted to share with you guys a book that a friend recently gave me. It is called Candles for the Queen. It is a book from the 1950s that this woman used to read. As a little girl, someone would read it to her, and she told me about her experience of watching the coronation of Queen Elizabeth on TV as an American. This book apparently is really difficult to find. I looked online and there's not a lot of copies. Someone has actually put up the pictures of it for everyone, I guess, on his website, just because of the rarity of it, but I wanted to read it with you guys today. I actually did a little bit of research on the people that are mentioned in this story. It's a true story for the most part. The Hello family in America made candles for the Queen's coronation, and the story is about a little boy and girl who I believe are the niece and nephew of the man who made these candles. Whether or not they really existed, I don't know, but the candle man did. And they are actually still making candles in California, I believe, today. So I will link their site in the description box so that you guys can look into that and the history of that. I just think that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and read this book together. Candles for the Queen. Candles for the Queen. Story by Janice Jewell. Pictures by June Sawyer. "Isn't my candle beautiful, Tony?" called Angela as she held her candle high for Tony to see. "Yes, Angela, and look at mine," said Tony. "Let's show them to Father." "Father, Father," called Tony and Angela a hello. "Where are you?" "In the dip room, children," answered Father. "Look at our candles, Father. Aren't they beautiful?" "Yes, children, they most certainly are. How Grandfather Antonio would have enjoyed seeing your candles." Then Father said, "We're going to mold Mother Goose candles tomorrow. Do you want to watch us?" "Yes, we do, Father," said Angela and Tony excitedly. "Then be ready to go with me bright and early in the morning," said Father. What thrills there were in the shop that day. Everyone was busy making candles. Tony and Angela didn't know where to look first. Then they saw Aunt Rose smiling at them as she dipped a pretty blue dress on Mary with her little lamb. Tony and Angela ran over to watch Aunt Rose. Maybe Aunt Rose would let them dip one of the Mother Goose candles. Tony and Angela wondered as they smiled up at her. Then Aunt Rose said, "How would you, Angela, like to give Mary a pretty red hat?" "Yes, Aunt Rose, I would very much." "Tony, how would you like to give Little Boy Blue a blue suit?" asked Aunt Rose. Tony's eyes sparkled as he said, "I would, Aunt Rose, very much." So Tony dipped Little Boy Blue and made him into a charming little candle, asleep as usual with his horn. Then the children walked over to watch an artist spray paint faces on Little Bo Peep and Jack and Jill. As Father finished painting Red Riding Hood and the wolf, he asked, "Did you have fun today, children?" "Yes, Father, we had lots of fun. May we come again next year?" "We will see," said Father. "We will see." Several days later, Father hurried to the house with wonderful news for his family. "We're going to make the coronation candles," he shouted excitedly. "For Queen Elizabeth!" exclaimed Mother. "Yes, Mother, for Queen Elizabeth." "My, that is wonderful," said Mother. "Grandfather Antonio made them for her father, King George's coronation. Now you are going to make them for his daughter, Queen Elizabeth. That is truly a very great honor." As Father ate his supper, he was thoughtful. Tony and Angela were silent too, for they knew their father was busy making pictures in his mind of how the coronation candles might look. Thousands of ideas flashed through his mind, and out again. He was silent all through supper. Tony and Angela had seen pictures of Queen Elizabeth, but the word coronation was new to them. So Mother explained. "Coronation means the crowning of the Queen. It is at this moment that she truly becomes Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II of England." Tony and Angela were fascinated with Mother's story about a real queen, how they wished they might sometimes see her. Days went by before Father spoke of the coronation candles again. He was much too busy making them to talk about them. Then one day, Father said to Angela, "How would you and Tony like to take a long airplane ride across the ocean?" "Where, Father?" asked the children in complete surprise. "To see Queen Elizabeth," Father replied. "Queen Elizabeth!" exclaimed the children. Yes, to see Queen Elizabeth. The first tall coronation candle is now ready for her to see. Here are your tickets. That was all Tony and Angela needed to hear. They were ready to start at once. What thrills they had flying over the big blue ocean. Here and there they saw ocean liners far beneath them, but they never once lost sight of their precious gift for the Queen. When they reached the airport, Uncle Edward was waiting for them, and he drove them directly to Buckingham Palace to see the Queen. As Tony and Angela entered the front gate, a sentry stopped them. He asked who they were, so Tony showed the sentry the card he had carried in his pocket all the way from America. It was from Queen Elizabeth's secretary. Then the big doors opened, and one of the ladies in waiting ushered Tony and Angela into a beautiful sitting room where Queen Elizabeth sat waiting to welcome her young friends from America. Then Tony spoke. "Queen Elizabeth, we have brought the first candle that has been made for your coronation. It is a gift from our Hello family in America. We hope you like it very, very much." Then Queen Elizabeth untied the bow and opened the package. There was the most beautiful candle she had ever seen. As Queen Elizabeth sat admiring the beautiful candle, she said, "This will always be my special candle. I shall request that it be placed in the abbey where I will see its light shining throughout the coronation service." And so it was. As Queen Elizabeth felt the heavy St. Edward's crown placed upon her head, the tall candle nearest her burst forth with a flame brighter than all the rest. And she knew why, for that was her special candle, brought all the way from America by her young friends Tony and Angela. And then I want to also show you guys the back. I think it's so cute. I hope you all enjoyed that. Let me know if you would like to hear more readings from little children's books like this. I have a ton of them. I collect them. But this one is super special. One, because of just the fact that it comes from England and I'm such a lover of all things British, but also because it comes from a special friend of mine. And I'm just really honored that she would trust me with her childhood memory, Candles for the Queen. All right, have a happy day. See you later. Bye-bye.